Hi, everybody. Welcome to Service Leaders Network, MemberNet management, I guess you would say, or how do you manage the website itself? Well, we are just trying to promote our Service Leaders Network page so that people understand where to go and how to access all the neat and wonderful items that we have for our members. So I'm going to leave it. The session is small. So you can unmute yourselves and talk as we need to. I'll go through and just kind of show you how to navigate a little bit. If you have any problems, you can go ahead and yes, Kate, for sure. Thank you. I was going to say if you have to do anything, you can text and on the chat, and Kate will help me out with that. So anyway, so let's start off with this. So I am showing you my MemberNet screen. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Yes. Okay, so you go to nationwidemember.com, you go to your login. If this is fairly new for you, normally there's probably an admin that has access to this, that they can actually grant access for you. If you get here and you can't get into it, you can go ahead and do forgot your username, you forgot your password, or click there if you need help. I would always say know what your nationwide number is so that we can tie you to that nationwide account. So once you go ahead and you log in, you're going to be at MemberNet. Now, MemberNet itself is just the portal where you can look up all sorts of things, and I haven't even been able to see it all because I'm in my services realm. So some of the ways that you can get to Service Leaders Network is you can go to quick links and go and scroll almost all the way down to the bottom. It's not in alphabetical order, so it's not real easy to get around. But you can go in and click on Service Leaders Network, and that'll take you to our landing page. You can also go to Services, Appliance Service, and that'll also take you to our page. What I did was I went ahead and I took this and I hot linked it up here to my favorites. So when I just want to go to Service Leaders Network, I could just go there. It still will ask you to go through the firewall, and for you to go ahead and get to this page, which is the sign on screen. So once you're there, you'll see that we have broken this out. It's changed in the last 6 months. We went ahead and made it a little bit more intuitive, see who you're working with, different vendors that we work with. You'll get a performance groups that we have. Our performance groups were started back by Ron Romero back probably about maybe 2-3 years ago. And the result of the performance groups actually brought our team, Mark Politz and myself, to Nationwide to be able to work with our about 1,000 self-servicing dealers and dealers that are actually looking and wanting to go ahead and start doing service, and they don't know how to break into that ground. Well, that's part of what we do too. So, but the performance group itself, any member can join the performance group. They just have to follow particular guidelines and need a little bio from them. And then they have to sign an NDA. And you can go in and learn about these just by selecting that play button. And you can learn a little bit more about the performance group. It's really great. It's just, your voice for the members to help grow and better the business. So that's what the performance groups are all about. Sometimes when you're trying to navigate through this, you just have to go ahead and hit the go back button, or you would hit your go back button here, depending on where you're at. So meeting the team, just to let everybody know, there's myself, Carmine Dionisio. I'm the Educational Development Manager. Pretty much everything that has to do with education. I'm sure you've seen a lot of emails come across from me lately with member exclusive training, member pay training, where you might have to pay $25 to the provider that's offering the training. And this is something that we just started working in. So you'll see a lot more emails from me as time goes on. Mark Paulitz is a director of service. Ron Romero is he's the director of Nationwide West. He's the original owner. He started the Service Leaders Network and also the performance group along with Frank Satner, and that's our VP. And you can learn a little bit more about Service Leaders Network here in this area. So I'm going to go ahead and go back. So from there, you see meet the team. You can see some of the virtual service conference. That's where you're going to see future service conferences. We're probably going to go ahead and redesign this so that you can go in and see the individual videos set up very similar, where you could just go in and members can go ahead and pick what they want to see at any time, even if they forgot something or they say, I remember seeing the video about that. So let's talk a little bit about what we have going on here in the business training. In Service Leaders Network, we have our next session that's coming up is going to be recruiting, onboarding, and training strategy, where we actually went ahead and created an onboarding process that can be customizable to you, the member. But in this business format, we also talk about negotiating manufacturer rates. And Mark Politz has really been driving this over the decades to go ahead and drive that business, the cost of doing business. Well, along with that, recently we went ahead and partnered up with Service Success Group. Now, Service Success Group is going to be having a trade show. I think their session is going on right now, where Don will actually take you through how to do this cost of doing business calculator. So you know, as a member, how to go ahead and be able to make your business more profitable, and also be able to go to the manufacturers and say, hey, we really need to talk about our warranty rate, because it seems that we're struggling and we got to work out some type of a rate that we can both live with, because you don't want to go you don't want your business to go under. So this is one of the groups that we have, that's one of our gold sponsors, that's actually here at the trade show. Fred's Appliance Academy is also going to be at the trade show. And these individual, when you click on these, like this one here in particular, when you click on that, it'll tell you scan the code, scan the QR code, and they will send you an Excel spreadsheet at no cost to Nationwide Group members. So this is one of the member benefits that we have for our members. Also with Fred's, once you go into Fred's, they have business training. Their business training actually, I think, started at 3 o'clock, and they're also here to talk about how to go ahead and run your business remotely by having a parts distributor do what they do best, and you do what you do best in service. And that all depends on your business model themselves. If you're very condensed in an area, you might not need to worry about that much. But Fred's is also a training academy, and they also have a discount program for Nationwide members. So, and I can show you some other things that we go through. I'm just highlighting certain things to show you how you go through and you navigate this. So in education and training, we have our Master Samurai Tech. We also use them to complement our onboarding. We have member discounts with Master Samurai, Dyer, TMM, SSG, and Fred's. These are all of our academies that do exclusive, well, not they're exclusive appliance training academies that are out there. Dyer's located in Dallas, Fred's is located in Ohio, SSG is located in Georgia, and TMM is located in Florida, and Master Samurai is located on your computer. They're completely online. They're based out of, I believe, New Hampshire. So as you can see, as we go down, we have business and training and software systems. Some of these other, like Rossware, will talk about their particular product. Now in education and training, we just added a new one. This is P&G. Procter & Gamble has been doing this for years, and it's been great. It was nice to reconnect up with some old friends there. So we got their training material, and it really helps you to be able to troubleshoot with a consumer when they're having problems with food remaining, not drying, and all that. And they also have opened up their product. When you go to this website here, www.expertclean.com, you will be able to order these little packets that they have that you can hand out to the consumer that I don't know, I think there may be 30 to a box, and they'll ship them to you. And then you can go ahead and hand them out to the consumer to go ahead and try their product. We unfortunately could not get Procter and Gamble on the virtual training because they're all overseas doing something international. So we're hoping that we will have something exclusive with Procter and Gamble, just a training session. We were just at PSA and they had a wonderful training session there. We're looking to go ahead and mirror that training on this website here. Same thing with Tide and laundry. Same thing, not cleaning damages, just different things that can happen. You can go ahead and get that information and product from Procter and Gamble. That's not so much of a NMG exclusive. This is just Procter and Gamble. We just have the connectivity with Procter and Gamble to do that. We also work with Skills USA, and I'll show you a map that Skills USA has semi-provided to us. They gave us a list of all of their education locations that they work with, and you can go ahead and get that off of the recruitment site, which I'm going to be showing next. But if by chance you cannot visit that next session, let me just give you a little sneak peek into it. Excuse me a minute. In the onboarding, recruitment, and training strategy, there's this little thing called educational facilities. This will show you where all of our locations are, from appliance academies to skills RCAT, which is residential commercial appliance technology schools. And you can go ahead and click on here and it'll show you where all those RCATs are. So if you're looking for a technician, you can go ahead and see if you can contact any of the schools if they have somebody that's coming out of this school. Same thing with the HVAC. All these schools are located all over the United States. And the great thing that you can do here is you can always search. So let's say I want to put in Noonan, Georgia. Noonan, Georgia, I can back out a little bit. You can put in your zip code, and there's one in Hogansville. There's one up here. I believe this one is in uh, Waco, Georgia. So just so that you can see some of that. Now with this here, you will have to go back to be able to go to the main screen. So I'm just going to reload it. It makes it easier. So anyway, so as we're going down, you'll see where manufacturers are. We have manufacturers contacts. So I don't know how to get a hold of my GE rep. What do I do? You can go ahead and go to the manufacturer. You can scroll down to the very bottom and then you can see there's a support contact list. And there you have your map for your GE appliance guys. We just got this one from Whirlpool. I think there's going to be another one under the manufacturers. Now, one thing is if you do click on Whirlpool and any one of the other segments, it'll always take you back to here because we wanted to make one landing page with everything with multiple feeds and contacts. So here's the new Whirlpool District Field Managers map. So that's at members' disposal to go ahead and be able to pick that off of the SLN website. So discount programs. I think with the discount programs, we're just going to, every discount's a little bit different and some are, some are just member exclusive. So I will say that Fred's Academy, Dyer Academy, uh, Master Samurai Tech, and we got to add SSG into this. They all have independent discounts for training at their location. Frez is a three-week course completely. Dyer is a 2-week with an additional weekend. Master Samurai Tech is just all online at your own pace. Oh, I'm sorry, there's SSG. That's a 2-week school, very similar to Dyer. Appliantology is another thing that you can get with a Master Samurai Tech. When you complete this course, you get, I think it's 6 months free appliantology. It's great. It talks to you about everything there is to know about different appliances, how to go ahead and how do you go ahead and diagnose them? Just different things that they send out weekly, just being part of that. Then after that 6 month expires, there's an exclusive NMG membership that we have with Appliantology if you wanted to keep up with that forum. The other thing is too, is if you're looking for a part, I'm looking for a part that is obsolete. You can go on Appliantology and put it out there and say, I'm looking for that wigwags. I think you can still get wigwags, but I always pick on wigwags because it's a fairly older part. So looking for a wigwag, well, you can put that out there and you'd be surprised who would answer to let you know that they have those components. The other thing too that we do have is we have a relationship with PSA, Professional Services Association, and United Appliance Services Association. I will say that PSA sits on the advisory board for, Mark sits on the advisory board, excuse me, for PSA, and I sit on the advisory board for United Appliance Services Association. Oop, hold on 1 minute. And so we have independent discounts with them. We also have a discount with We also have a member discount with the MSA. So when you click on that through MemberNet, you'll be able to see what the discount is. Smart HQ for GE, being able to diagnose their appliances. They also have a NMG exclusive with Smart HQ. And here's a new company that we just started working with. They have what they call the original Blue Book. That was started by Dean Landers many years ago. And Dean Landers is associated with this company. They're actually next with their training. They have a training session next. They also have a trade shoe, if you're Ed Sullivan, but a trade show booth that you can go in and talk to them. The one good thing is, have you ever tried to look for a part and you can't seem to find it? Well, they have a My Parts Help search. And what that My Parts Help search does is it actually works and looks at all the distributors and says, they have that part in stock. I've talked to a couple appliance companies and they use it and they say they're pretty accurate and it doesn't take much to pick up a phone and do that. This is something we just got connected with. There is an NMG member discount for the package, but if you wanted to go ahead and get the My Parts Help exclusively, you can do that. I believe it's a $49 membership fee and either $20 a month or so, along with a fee, a monthly fee, or excuse me, a search fee that goes with that. But once again, once you click on that in MemberNet, it'll take you to the page and you can see all of those discounts that we do get. We also work with some of the large parts distributors that are out there, Reliable, Marcone, and Encompass. And with that, we get member exclusives when you identify yourself to Reliable Parts, Marcone, and Encompass. That there are certain fees that are waived possibly. There's also a return process where they might extend it another 30 days. In some cases, some of them have discounted shipping. But once again, this is an open forum, so we have a lot of other people that are on here. And I just think it would be fair to just say, if you're an NMG member, you have the exclusive right to that. So when you're on SLN, you can go in and click on those and see that discount, along with, like I said, the trade associations themselves. So with that said, I know a lot of people had come in a little bit late. Does anybody have any questions at all? And I would please respect one at a time so I can answer all these questions as they do come up. Can I, let me make sure that you can unmute yourself. So that's good. All right. Well, all I can say is that I've appreciated the time.
I'm sorry, I do have a question.
Okay.
We're just training a new service guy that has not really been in the service field at all. He just kind of stepped up to the plate because we were in need of a service person. So we signed him up with the Fred's Academy.
Okay.
And he's doing all of that online training and all that now and doing a little hands-on with a older repair guy that's in our town, getting a little hands-on education.
Okay.
But, is there a place in the Service Leaders Network that he can go to for questions, things like that? I'm sorry, we were unloading a truck and I just was
No,
able to get in on the tail end. I'm
you're
sure you
fine.
probably covered all this,
What-
and I'm sure I can go back and watch it if you want me to.
No, you're fine. Don't worry about it. Actually, you can just go to the SLN overview. Once you get onto your SLN page through MemberNet, once you do that and you go to services and then you sign into appliance service
Uh-huh.
and then you go into SLN overview, on the very bottom, you'll see my contact information and Mark's. I'd be glad to have a one-on-one session with you. No problem whatsoever.
Okay, great. All right, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Do we have any other questions that okay, let me I'm going to go back to the main landing page. So that's it. That's our, that's what we're about here at Service Leaders Network. We supply resources to you to go ahead and make your business more profitable. And I would recommend going to the trade show tonight it's going to be every day between 6 and 7 Eastern Standard Time. You'll see Fred's there. You'll see Service Leaders Network will be there for Jones Light. You can talk to me there. I'll be happy to talk to you there and where to go and how to research some of that stuff for the training. We'll also have TMM will be there, and then we'll also have the Service Company Solutions, and PSA will also be there. I would encourage you to stop by and see PSA for sure. And Master Samurai Tech will be there. They have a customer service meeting that they're going to be holding, I think the next hour. And then everybody knows that United Appliance Services Association is having their ASTI show in San Antonio in February. I believe it's the first week of February, right around the 5th. We do have a NMG exclusive membership, and also to go to the actual show. So I would say click on that to get all the information that you need. So with that, if there's nobody that has any questions, I appreciate the time. I give you back a couple of minutes to go to your next session, and please feel free to come to my onboarding session, which is next. We'll kind of just touch base on the training and the aspect and how to onboard and what are some of the things to look at for you, our members. So with that, have a great rest of your day, and I appreciate the time.